Renegotiating a complicated trade agreement between three countries is a drawn-out process that's even more complicated to explain. But the price of products like avocados may jump with the new Nafta agreement, and that has people on both sides of the border uneasy. Border correspondent Oscar Margain talks to folks worried about their future.
1, 2, 3.
With shovel and dirt, border officials from far Texas and representatives from the trade and distribution company Index Fresh break ground on a new facility to store and ripen Mexican avocados, the coveted fruit that had been a focus of a proposed tariff earlier this year to pay for a border wall.
Crossing fruit across the far bridge.
For 15 years, Index Fresh, a California-based company, has moved avocados from Mexico into the U.S. Their expansion in Texas comes at a time when the Mexican, Canadian, and U.S. governments are preparing to renegotiate the trade agreement known as Nafta, something that makes Dana Thomas, the company's president, feel uneasy.
I want a climate that's friendly to trade, and also I want certainty about what the rules are going to be.
And like Thomas, U.S. investors are hoping the trade talks work in their favor, recognizing the importance of trading with our partners to the south. That is why border cities like Pharr are moving aggressively to protect their investments.
We want jobs here too, and we're creating them. This is the perfect example of that.
City leaders are putting the pressure on Washington to build on the agreement rather than tear it down.
That's why we're getting in front of the right people to make the right changes and looking at this as an opportunity to do the right thing.
Luis Franco is at the tail end of all this. He's depending on the sale of his uncle's produce, including avocado, to pay for school books. The high school junior says he's seen the prices of avocados skyrocket this year. He sells them for $1.50 a pound.
They're expensive, you know. They just take one or maybe two. Yeah, that's about it.
The price of imported avocado has doubled compared to this time last year, to an average of $30 per 22 pounds, according to data from the Mexican government, mostly due to the rising demand and shorter supply. Any additional price hikes can further hurt business across the board, from imports to distribution to what you pay at the grocery store.
Here, we'll both enjoy one.
Trade officials will have until August to come up with a plan that will satisfy all parties.
Oh, that's perfect. It's really good, though.
A difficult task, as it would have to please the Mexican farmer as well as the American businessman.
You can't beat avocados, man. I know. They're really good.
From the Texas-Mexico border, Oscar Margain, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.